Hi friends, thank you for joining me today. So our inspiration today is going to be Anna Griffin. These are the pop-out dies, and it's so quick, so versatile, and easy to put together. There are only two dies. You have a shadow layer and you have your main decorative die. So let's get started. So you are going to need to cut out you're going to need your shadow layer in any paper of your choice, and I'm using Anna Griffin's metallic paper, and I'm using this is some foil paper from Crafter's Companion. So that is your decorative layer and your shadow layer. So those are the two dies that it comes with. That's all you need as far as die cutting. You're also going to need a 5x7 card base to adhere this to. So I have taken some of Anna Griffin's paper and I cut it down to a 10x7 to make it, and scored it at 5 to make it a 5x7. Okay, and I'm going to actually be using this print for the inside of my card, and then I'll decorate the front of it with some other things. So anyways, we are going to go ahead and get started with this simple, quick, easy card. So I have my scoreboard here, and the reason why I have that is because your shadow layer, you are going to have to make a score line down the center of your shadow layer. So what I found that works for me is I just take my card base and I just choose where I'm going to line it up, and I'll just follow that score line. So as you can see, I have some space left on this side and some space left on this side. So just pretty much just line it up, and if you have a different way of doing that, you do it, but this is what works for me. So I'm pretty much just putting it where I want it, and then I'm just gonna follow the score line. Okay, so just be careful not to go out of your grid lines. Well, not grid line, but your score line. And it lines up perfect. So then when we add this to the card, it will fold perfectly with the card. Okay, if you have a different way of doing that, if you can just do it by looking at it, help yourself, but I cannot. So what I'm going to do now is we are going to fold. We're going to actually get this together, and we're going to put our card together. So what you can do first is take this and go ahead and fold this in half. So you're just going to fold it and follow your score line. And as you can see, pretty much lined up perfectly. Okay, so when you close it, lined up perfectly. So then we are going to go ahead and adhere this to our card like that. Okay, so you're going to need to put some adhesive to adhere this down. And you want to put adhesive on this side and this side. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use wet glue or score tape. I think I'm just going to use this. I think I'm going to use score tape. I feel like I want to use glue, but we'll just use some of the score tape. And I'm just using some double-sided tape from Dollar Tree from their craft section. And it works pretty good. I haven't done really any, I'm gonna say heavy duty crafting, which basically means like something where I need like super strong glue, like maybe boxes. I have not used that, so I'm not sure if this is strong enough to work on boxes. If you make boxes but as far as paper, just basic card making and scrapbooking, it works pretty good. Now, if you don't want to go through this, then go ahead and use a wet glue, but I'm okay with that. So you're going to want to give this a good burnish and get all of that glue down to your paper. And normally I would use this, but since there are so many, I'm just going to use my Cricut tool. If you don't have that, you use your bone folder, doesn't matter. I'm just doing me. So I'm just getting this adhere to the paper, the first layer of glue. And then what I'm also going to do is flip it over and go ahead and add mine this way. Don't peel this off yet if you're using adhesive. That way you can just already have it done when we go ahead and adhere it to our card. So I'm going to do that really quick. So I'm just taking off one layer, one side of my adhesive, and make sure, what I didn't show you on camera, make sure you get like your edges, okay? So don't take off both sides of the adhesive at the same time. You want to do one at a time. So you're going to take that and then line it up to the middle where you would like it, and then just kind of just press it down, okay? And then you will just go on this side, remove all your adhesive, and then press it down, okay? So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the other side, and I'm just going to go ahead and connect that one. And that's pretty much it. And then just give it a good burnish. Make sure all of your adhesive is sticking on both sides. And when you open it up, super simple. Now we are going to go ahead and go to this part right here, which is the fun part. It's pretty simple. You just follow the score lines. What I'm going to do is decorate the front of my card first. And this is a bulky card once you put this in, so I'm just going to go ahead and decorate the front of my card first. So what I did, I have a piece of the same cardstock that I use here. I'm just going to use this over top as my matting, and I'm going to glue that down. And just to make it quicker for the video, I'm just going to use some tape runner, and this is from Crafter's Companion. And this is just so you don't have to sit there and watch me peel score tape. So I'm just going to line this up. Okay. And then what I did is I took this, and what I did is I just cut around and cut the middle out, and I have the frame from this, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and, but before I do that, I want to add this, and this is just a piece of scrap left from this card, from the printed card right here. I'm just going to lay this down, and that way when I lay this over top, okay? So I'm going to do that, and again, I'm just going to use some tape from my tape runner. Okay, and I'm just going to line that up where I would like it and lay it down, and then I'm going to take this and lay this down. Okay, I'm not going to put any foam. I wanted to do foam tape, but because this is a bulky card already, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. So I got that done. However, I do really want it to, but no, we're just going to go ahead and glue this down, or adhere this down. So do you guys have this kit? If you participated in Create, this kit was a part of your Create kit, and I think it is fantastic. Okay, I'm just trying to line that up. All right, and then I have another one of, I have some of Anna's flowers here, and I just cut out some foliage and some of her green cardstock, and I am just going to glue those down. And I have this pretty pink rose from her flowers as well that I'm going to put in the middle, along with some other decorations. So I'm just kind of trying to get a composition here. Okay, it looks fine to me. And these are her foliage dies. Are you guys enjoying those? I really like these dies. And I'm just going to glue these down. I will just go ahead and use a little bit of hot glue because I just love hot glue. Okay, and put that one right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. So I'm finished the front of my card, and this is how it looks. And I did use the foam tape, if you can see. I use it on my sentiment as well as the rose here and some of the foliage. So now we will move on to finishing the card. So you have this piece here, and there are two score lines, one here and then one here, and then we have a score line here. So this one, if you are able to fold it, you're going to bring it inward towards you. So you're just going to fold that and bring it inwards. If you have trouble with this, you can take let me show you. If your score line is not like cooperating, you can just take your scoreboard and just kind of give it some help, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're just kind of widening the score line a little bit, but stay in the line. Okay, and that's optional. So you have that on both sides, so you need to go ahead and fold that inward. Okay, all right, and then now we have to finish it. So I find that kind of like folding this part in the middle to start it kind of helps the rest of it. So folding it down like that, and then this part you're going to bring upwards. So this one right here, the score line right here, is a little square, and then also on this side. And you can burnish these if you like. And then this one is just going to come forward. Okay, forward, like that. Okay, so if that makes sense. So it's going to come like this, and then just push this backwards. I said forward, but push it backwards. It's easier. Okay, there we go. That was much easier. Push it backwards, but these have to come forward, and then your two sides have to come forward. Okay, so once you do that, all you do now is adhere this to your card base. So you're going to put some adhesive. I'm going to put adhesive only on these sections here and here. So you're basically your decorative design, and I'm going to use some wet glue for that. And then you can also run some adhesive along the bottom, but stay away from your score line. Okay, so I'm going to show you. And if you want to use like your tape runner, you can, or your well, not your Xyron, but you can use tape runner. So then I'm just going to line this up and press down. Okay, now you could do the other side at the same time as well, but I'm just going to do one side at a time. Okay, and if you see some of your glue seeping out of your design, then just take a wet wipe while your glue is wet and wipe it up so it doesn't dry onto your card. Okay, so we got that side done, and just make sure you have it lined up. And then now we will go ahead and glue this side. Okay. So I'm just running the glue here, just be careful. And you can be more neater with your glue, like you can make dots. Don't be messy like me. And then you would just go to the other side and line that up and press it down. Okay, and I'm just going to hold this down for a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this down for like a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, and your card should look like this. So you close it, and it is a bulky card, and open it. So then now what you're going to do is you need a sentiment. So I have a sentiment here, and what you're going to need to do is score your sentiment in half, fold it in half, and you are going to need to put adhesive on both sides, and you're going to lay it flat like that and glue it together. That way it folds with the crease. Okay, so I'm going to be putting some wet glue on my sentiment. And you can just do one side at a time. So I'm just going to push that in, line it up wherever you like it. And I'm just going to push that in. And then you'll just put some on this side as well. And you can use your tape runner. I'm just using this glue because this is foil paper and the glue takes a little bit to dry. So then you're just gonna close that up, and I'm just gonna hold that down for a little bit until the glue dries. All right, so your card is complete as far as the to make it the pop out. Now you can decorate, and I have some flowers that I'm going to be using, obviously flowers, to decorate my card. What you want to do is when you're decorating, just make sure that you stay away from like your creases and nothing that will interfere with this. Okay, you can add decorations to the frame and to the base, but you want to stay away from like your folds, unless you're going to make your decoration fold with the card. Just be careful with that. So I'm just going to decorate this up, and I'm using some of Anna's flowers. And those are stickers, so I'm just peeling off the backs of those. And there's some little blue flowers in here, so I'm going to use some blue flowers on here as well. But I think I want to put that one right there. And then I've also cut some of her foliage out to put, let's see, I kind of don't want to mess it up. I guess I can, like I said, just stay away from the fold area. So I guess I could just like put one there and glue that down, and then bring this one here, and I could just probably tuck that in the back. It's pretty. Yeah, I'm just going to cut that little piece off. Okay. And I just used some hot glue for that one. And then I'm going to put one here on the bottom, and I'm going to cut this little tail just partially off. Okay, how pretty. And then I'm gonna put my little blue flower there, and then one here, and then I have a butterfly that I'm gonna put somewhere. I have two cards I would like to show you, so as soon as I glue these flowers down, I will show you those. So you can decorate your frame, just like I said, just as long as you're staying away from your folds, you're okay. Unless you let your embellishment fold with the card, then you're good. Okay, and then I have this little butterfly that I don't know where the heck I'm gonna put it. I'll probably put it down. Well, remember, you wanna, I guess I can put it down here or right up here. I'm torn. I'm just gonna put it right there because this is taking too much brain time. So I put it right there. Okay, so that is my finished card. What do you guys think? I love the colors, super pretty, very feminine, and I like the mirror cardstock. It kind of makes it look luxurious, and this is so pretty. This looks like a little crown. So that is my finished card, and I'm just going to close it. Make sure you put, if you peel your sticker, make sure you make it stick. Okay, and then you want to make sure everything is out of the way for when you close it, and it looks good. And there's the front, and then when you open, ta-da! Very nice. So that is my finished card. And then let me show you the other two that I made. So I made this one. So I just wanted to show you one so that you know you can use it for any occasion. So it's maybe for a unicorn lover or beautiful little girl. And what I did is I just stamped a unicorn. I don't have a die for this, just a stamp, and I just kind of hand cut it and made the back of it white. And I just have this little piece of thread hanging from it, and that's pretty much it. So that's that one. And then this one I wanted to show you. So this one, oh no, that's it. I'm sorry, that's it. Those are the, oh, here it is. I knew I had another one. I'm like, I'm missing one. And so I have this one. So I need to add some flowers to that, but I made this one in Create. So how pretty and elegant is that one? So those are my 3 cards. I hope you guys are inspired. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you for joining me.